It's cold still, and yes, it's going to stay that way for a while now. Because we're finally on to our second game of Cold October. And yeah, sorry, it might be the end of October / the beginning of November, depending on when you see this. A brand new baby will do that to anyone's schedule. I dare you to find anyone that stayed on schedule while after a newborn. But enough talk. Let's dive right into the second game of Cold October. Extermination on the PlayStation 2. Man, even the cover of this is just freezing cold. All snow.
Dennis.
Extermination on the PS2 was developed by Deep Space and released in 2001. Apparently, it was one of the first horror games on the PS2. They even showed off gameplay to get people excited for the capabilities of the PS2, along with promoting the game back in the day. Extermination starts with this cutscene, and we learn that the main character and person we're going to take control of is... Dennis.
Dennis.
Well, Dennis is a wimpy-sounding pretty boy that is supposed to be a Marine, and him and Roger just keep talking about some dead guy and why they bought these special knives together.
I'll give my life to...
Thankfully, their plane goes down at this point, so I don't have to listen to them talking anymore, and we can finally just jump right into the game. Oh my goodness, the controls are rough, but I'm trying not to be too hard on that because it is one of the earliest games on the PS2 and it wouldn't really have bugged me back then, so this is the last time I'll talk about it. I promise. Okay, I'll try. Anyway, we're trying to get into the building that we conveniently land right next to. When I finally make it in, the place is dark, and of course, I'm the one that needs to go flip the switch for the power. This is when you run into the first and most common enemy in the game, sperm. These tiny a-holes have two ways to hurt you. One, they flap their stupid little wings and they fly right into your face and just latch on. Then you have to hit the controller like a madman in no particular way or form to shake them off of you, or they'll explode and infect you. Or number two, they'll sit back and just spit goo at you, which not only hurts you, but infects you as well. And infects you, you ask? What? Well, along with your health, you need to keep an eye on your infection level. The only thing that being infected does, though, is make it so your maximum health is reduced to 60. Still, it's a pain in the butt, so just try not to get infected. I finally make it to the power switch, and the lights turn on. Yay. Then poor Roger gets covered in sperm and turns into the Thing!
Whoa. Oh, Dennis! Help me!
I wish. Right then, a lady in a yellow chem suit shows up and saves Dennis's ass. Then, in confusing fashion, Dennis and her yell at each other for a couple of minutes about what's going on, without actually saying anything informative. Then she books it. After this strange interaction, I find a save room with a medical table in it. And this is the easiest way to get rid of the infection. Simply use an MTS vaccine to both heal yourself back to 100% and destroy the infection completely. Not too much time goes before running into the yellow plaid lass again, and she gives you a code to open security doors so you and your friends can finally get out of the facility. This is about the time I realize that the hitboxes for everything are way too freaking small. For example, trying to hit this button to use the elevator is just ridiculous. Could you imagine if in real life it was this hard to hit the damn button? What the hell? Come on. And yet again, I run into the yellow lass. And just wow. These cutscenes are the worst. Not that the camera randomly shoots into a wall and you can't actually watch them. That's not what's bad about these. It's the freaking dialogue. Go ahead and listen to some of this crap, because seriously, it's awful.
It was you. So, you got out okay. It was you, Cindy?
Cindy?
I've been worried about you.
Me
I haven't
too.
been able to contact you ever since that day.
Dennis,
What day?
is it really just a coincidence that you're here? Regardless, I don't have anything left to say to you. Just leave me alone.
Oh, just don't look at me,
I
Dennis.
knew you were here before I came. I was concerned for your safety.
Don't you realize what you did? I'm
No.
telling you, I have nothing more to say.
About what?
Cindy, this
Look at
is
me,
no
Cindy.
time to fight.
It's very rude not to look at someone, Cindy.
Talk about that later.
Come on, Cindy, look at me!
What happened to this place? What's going on there?
Alright, whatever.
Why did the military send your team in instead of just bombing this place?
I don't know, to save people?
Don't they know what's going on here? Even brave soldiers like you won't be able to get this situation under control.
What is
Pentagon
wrong with your
misjudged
body,
this one.
Cindy?
How do these monsters fit in?
No, the
This
monsters.
could be the beginning of the end of the world as we know it. The
That
worst
seems-
scenario that mankind has ever faced just began.
That's
There will
very
be no
drastic.
future for us if we don't act.
Look at me, Cindy!
Hurry up and get to Ground Facility Building B. Go back home with your friends and tell your military that their dirty little plan has become a nightmare.
You
This
tell them.
facility needs to be completely wiped out.
I mean, with you in it, I'm fine with that.
What about you?
I still have something to finish here.
Dude, just let her die.
Let me give you this. Use it to activate the underground storage elevator. The elevator will take you to ground level.
That's a lot of information right there.
Now go.
I'm busy
You want to
looking
find
at
the
the
rest
wall.
of your team.
Alright, Cindy,
Dennis.
fine.
About Roger.
Just let me
I'm
look at the wall
sorry.
for a little bit longer. I'm still not going to tell you what happened with Roger
know.
because none of us know what
It
happened
doesn't
with
seem
Roger.
real. Cindy, I'll wait for you to make it safely back to Building B.
I don't even have to look up the writer to this game, because I can tell you by the awkward body movement, the speech pattern, and the total lack of any slang, this was easily and poorly written by a person that knows zero English. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but holy hell, it makes for an awkward and craptastic dialogue throughout this entire game! I really hope we English speakers don't do this too much to other language speakers in our media, because the cringeworthy level of it is astronomical. Seriously, every time a cutscene starts, I say to myself out loud, oh dear lord, at least please make this a short video.
If you find anything...
Back into the world of Extermination. The way you can destroy all the baddies is with this M4 that they stupidly renamed to something stupid. And you basically have unlimited ammo because you can find these ammo refill stations in most parts of the facility. Which is nice, you find magazines for your weapon along the way, letting you carry more and more ammo at once. Which comes in handy because besides angry sperm, there are these tougher thing wannabes. They have weak sparkly spots that if you shoot them, takes them down a lot faster. There's some very crazy enemies here, like this dog thing, and the other dog thing, and the bigger things. I am referencing these things when I say thing. I'm not just being lazy with my descriptions. But, you know what? Maybe I kinda am. But so are the stupid designs of these stupid enemies. There are also bats, like every other single freaking game that has no good ideas for bad guys either. Oh, and lest I forget, the water can hurt you. Yup, I said that right. The water! So, the story behind the water is apparently a random meteor hit Earth. It landed here, and now the infection bacteria has made these monsters. But the HO213, oh my gosh, it's such an idiotic name for bacteria, thrives in water, so it just stays in the water and then smashes you. Just cuz. But don't worry, not only are the regular enemies very lazy and uninspired, but the bosses are extremely lame. Seriously, once you figure out a pattern that a boss does, you can take them out. After around 11 minutes of just doing the same freaking thing over and over, it's really not fun. Plus, to prepare for these ridiculous bosses, I needed to kill all of the sperm banks that shoot out sperm throughout the entirety of this boss fight. And since I need to run back and forth to reload my weapon and to come back and clear the room, it took around 20 minutes to prepare for an 11-minute boring boss fight. So just, it's just, oh my gosh. Either way, I've got to be making it near the end of this game. Let's just keep pushing through, and hopefully, it'll be over soon. Hopefully. Oh my gosh, let's hope. But first, let's throw in some random accidental deaths. Woo! Whatever, here's Roger now, and Dennis tries to talk Roger out of being infected by standing like an idiot, waving his knife around and calling him weak for, quote,
"What I want to know is how come a tough guy like you let some bacteria eat him for lunch?" Hey, answer me, Roger.
You already know this is some of the worst writing known to mankind. I would make fun of it more, but it kind of feels like I'm punching a person in a wheelchair straight to the face now for no reason. It's not fun, and if you feel the need, just walk away. Well, after running around for another 10 minutes in circles and stopping every once in a while to shoot Roger, and literally nothing else because the boss pattern doesn't change, I make it back inside where all the enemies I've already killed came back to life with guns. 'Cause why try to think of something cool and new when you could just shove a gun into a monster's hand and call it a day? Then I have to run through the entire facility again to make it to the wall of ice that I cut apart with my knife. Which is annoying because I got stuck here for a long time trying to figure out why I couldn't make my way past this damn wall. So I caved and I looked up the answer, which was knife the wall of ice. I should have figured. Nothing else in this game makes any sense, so why the hell should cutting through an ice wall make any sense? Seriously, I don't know what I was expecting. Just go through the wall. Just go. Just go. By this time, I can't focus on the story anymore. I'm just running through now so I can get to the end and give this a fair chance. But nothing anyone is saying is helpful, drives the story forward, or is said in a manner that I can't help but to laugh at. For real, I'm just sprinting to the finish at this point. So I finally make it to the final boss, who, by the way, has 3 very cheap forms that can just hit you from freaking anywhere for no apparent reason. And since I was just booking it, I don't have any health items, because I had to use them all up just making my way past the damn gun-wielding monsters. I tried to beat this asshole at least 13 times, and my patience is running thin. I don't want to play this freaking game anymore. Seriously, this boss is so unfair. You know what? I quit. I'm not playing this game anymore. It's not fun. It's stolen way too much of my time. I'm not giving it any more of my time. None. I'm done. Freaking done. I look up the ending and I just can't say how happy I am that I will never play this game again unless I have friends over that want to kill 5 hours of their time to laugh at absolute garbage. For one, they never say anything about the random reporter you saw a couple of times in the game. I just assume he's dead. What happened to the facility? Did it get bombed even more so than those tiny ones that I set off? Is the HO-213 still intact? And why were they even playing around with this crap to begin with? They made a whole freaking secret facility to work on it, and we never learned why. Did they want to kill us with it? Or, did they hope to make an amazing sports drink? I just don't know. It doesn't say anywhere. And if you're watching this and you know, please comment below and tell me what the hell was happening in this game, because I must have glossed over something important in the info in the million of bazillion boring files that were left all over the freaking facility. But, oh man, would you like to hear the best positive of this game? I'm done! But seriously, I did actually enjoy the direction of the game in the beginning. It had my attention, and I was at least interested. And the amount of add-ons that you find for your M4 are impressive. Seriously, you can find a shotgun, a flamethrower, a grenade launcher. It has different kind of scopes, from red dot to scoped to night vision to one that actually hunts down the enemies for you while you're aiming down the sights. It's a lot of add-ons for your weapon. And the looks for a 2001 PlayStation 2 game are pretty good. I mean, it's not mind-bending or anything. You won't look at it and be like, whoa, this is a PS2 game? But, they look pretty good for 2001. And that, my friends, is where the praises stop. Literally every other aspect of this game is difficult. Not difficult, as in you need to practice to perfect the way you fight a room and take time to learn how to best use the weapons you've got. No. It's difficult because the game itself fights you on every damn thing. The item boxes are a gamble, as if they're going to hold an item or just another freaking file of useless information. Why not just make those files so I'm not expecting to get a health item and then completely disappointed when it's just another freaking file? It's the earliest form of loot boxes, and I want to murder them all. Even if it is an item, it takes 4 button pushes just to get back to the damn game. Sure, you can just hit the triangle button to cancel out completely, but that's the menu button. It sounds easy, and I wish I would just hit the damn triangle button, but every time I got something, I would start hitting the circle button at least twice before I would remember that I just had to hit the triangle button to go back to the game. But the circle button is the cancel button. It should just take you back to the game. And every time that you need ammo, it goes through 3 text boxes of, do you really want ammunition? Yes! Every time, yes! Stop asking, just do it. Then, even after that, you're thrown back into the menu again, and I would hit the circle 3 times before I remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to hit the freaking triangle button to get back to the game. Oh, and saving the game itself is an inconvenience. See, you need these battery charges to save. It's not hard to get them, since there's always a way to recharge your battery in the same area as the save machine. But that's just another unnecessary step to a necessary function of the game. They do make use of the battery system twice in the game outside of this, though, which is nowhere near enough to make it a function to save your freaking game. It's just more annoying things that slow down the game. So many things that slow you down. Which they had to do, I guess, because this game is on average a whopping 5.5 hours long. That's not long enough for a game of full price on a PS2. I would have been freaking livid if I had spent my hard-earned cash on this game in 2001. And the annoying cherry on top every single character in this game sucks. Either they're stupid, whiny, annoyingly quiet, or just flat out worthless. I hate everyone in this game. There isn't a single soul in this game that should make any one normal person think, I can relate to that person. I really hope they make it out. Nope, not a single time. In fact, every time I saw a cutscene, I was strongly rooting for everyone in the cutscene to die. Okay. Push the bad feelings away. Push them away. Alright. Extermination on the PS2 earns a whopping 3 out of 10. Sad. Why so high? Really? It was pretty interesting in the very beginning of this game. I was actually excited to see where the story was going to go, and I mean, it didn't start terribly. But then I saw where it went, and it just went blazingly fast downhill from there. Seriously, it is just one of the worst games I've played. But if you love video games that have truly hilarious moments in it that were meant to be dead serious, this game might be exactly what you're looking for. And it's the perfect length to actually just hang out with some friends and play it for a while, to just get pure guttural laughs at the expense of this thing. So, that being said, I'm gonna go outside into the icy, frozen wind in hopes that it'll blow away the putrid, stanky-ass aroma that this game has cast onto my body. That being said, peace be on the souls of the people that made this game. I'm out. Thank you all again for watching another sad game review, and seriously, I couldn't thank all of you enough for watching my videos. It means a lot, and I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons, Robert and Tyler. It means the world to me that you guys support me like that. It's amazing. And if you're wondering, how come Sad looks so damn good in this video all of a sudden? Well, that's due to another person that gave me a huge piece to add to the Sad series. And the Fabrizius family, seriously, thank you guys so much. The camera is perfect, and I really appreciate it. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys on the last episode of Cold October. Even though it'll be in November. Sorry. Brand new baby. You'll see her eventually. Just trust me, she exists.